One thing I haven't really talked about from our new album yet is all the synths. I did a lot of synth and keyboard work on this album, but a lot of it gets sort of underplayed in the mix when everything is done. So I thought it'd be cool to just sort of take you guys on a trip through my Logic sessions and show you some of the parts that are kind of hiding in the background here. So first of all, we've got Kaleidoscopic Waves open right now. Here's a kind of cool piano part that I added near the beginning when the vocals first come in. With some kind of Blade Runner-esque synth pads. Got them panned left and right. Kind of coming in and out randomly. Here, I'll play it with the music as well. And then during the chorus, I've got these big epic string pads going on. Higher octave comes in here. It's the type of thing that you don't exactly hear very much, but totally fills in the textures and just makes the chorus sound big and epic. Here's an interesting one. There's this instrumental part in the middle of the song that always reminded me of The Flesh Prevails, and I thought it'd be cool to lean into that vibe even further by trying to emulate one of the synth tones that's used all over the place on that album. So this was kind of my attempt at just adding some just kind of subtle high synth strings over this section, just enough to kind of give it that reminiscent feel. Sort of tone. Not trying to get too busy with the arrangement, just some really selective notes here and there just to kind of pop out and support everything else that's going on, because that part's pretty busy already. Didn't want to overcrowd it. Then, okay, last thing in Kaleidoscopic Waves, there's this part right at the end of the second chorus, near the very end of the song when it goes back to the main riff, when I wanted like a big swelling riser sort of effect, but with a little bit of like dissonance in it as well. So this is what I came up with. It's only like 2 seconds, but it's a lot of layers and a lot of work went into that one part. So let's open up another song here. I want to go through a couple of parts in Labyrinth of Stone as well. Not as many synths in this one, but there's a couple of piano parts that I really love that I spent quite a while on. So first of all, this is kind of the main centerpiece of this song as far as the synth work or the piano work. There's this interlude section in the middle where the drums drop out and it gets real ambient and quiet for a minute. I thought it would be a great spot to have sort of a piano feature. This was very inspired by like some of the modern Zelda games, like Miyazaki type of vibes. And I'm not really much of a piano player, but I just kind of know how I want things to sound. So I ended up doing a lot of little timing and velocity variations while I was programming this part. Sort of played it on the keyboard, but then made a lot of tweaks in post too to get it sounding perfect. So here's what we've got. I only had like 5 days to do all of the synth work for this album, and I think I spent almost a whole day on just this one part. Here, I'll play it again, but with the guitars as well. I love that dissonant chord right there. Then lastly, there's one other piano part I wanted to show you guys here. This is the transition going into Scott's solo near the end. Again, it's the type of thing that you don't exactly hear with everything else going on, but you can definitely feel. And that takes us back into the last chorus. I think music is all about the details, and I think it's worth spending time on stuff like this, even if it's not really going to end up at the forefront of the music.